Welcome everybody to Bisicast number 83. Wow, I'm excited how motivated I am this week. Yeah, fresh off basically checking tracks from this week. I guess I did this today in the morning. And I got so much great stuff lined up. You won't even believe it. So let me check if everything is doing fine. The first track I'm playing today or tonight is one of the Tour Room Tracks 100 releases. There's one release, 2 tracks on it. It's a classic by Booker Shade called Trespass, and it's a 2019 rework, in this case by Mark Knight. Unfortunately, I missed Booker Shade. They played on Friday, I believe, in Vienna. But, yeah, but I was so busy on Saturday anyway, so... Yeah, feel free to like and share, of course, if you enjoy what I'm doing. And I'm currently setting up everything. Marco is in. Thank you so much for joining. Gonna be a huge... you're gonna have a huge appearance tonight. With a new track. More on that later. But thanks that you joined. Amazing. And CYA and Tommy Trash, that I named them basically now, are just 2 people. Thank you so much, Marco. That's so great to hear. So, and I'm gonna drop the link now here. So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird track, I would say. Very weird synthy, we already heard it. Kayla is also in on Insta, thank you so much for joining. So, I believe the original also they were wicked with this sound. And Mark Knight tried to put it in a new context. You can hear it very well with his, typical hi-hats. So I enjoy Mark Knight more housey than from... Usually in his sets he's playing more like techno and everything. So wait, I haven't dropped the link yet. Spotify, because I want to drop always also the title. So, and the artist. There you go now. So, thank you so much, Marco. And yeah, so loads and loads of stuff tonight. So Tommy Trash and CYA are only 2 of the artists that I'll cover tonight, but I posted a screenshot of my playlist. So that's what I love so much about a Bisicast, because basically I never lie to you. So what I'm presenting you on the Bisicast is basically that what I'm also listening to. So nobody forces me to do anything or whatever, nobody pays me or whatever, so this is actually really pure what I can stand behind, and yeah, I'm always very happy with this. So I love how the build-up works here. It's actually very subtle in the beginning, but then it goes faster and faster. And then yeah, it drops into this wonderful synthy here. Let me just quickly share this on Twitter. So yeah, and I always want to, to start off with some tech and all that. So yeah, Kiel also joined. Thank you so much. And yeah, so let me check what I can play for you tonight. Whether I should go in medias res or just wait a bit. But I believe the schedule is, as always, very tight. So it's every time I do this, at least on Tuesday, because as you know, my favorite late night show starts at 10. Gabriel joined. Thank you so much. Yeah, and also what I realized that I was quickly gone last week for a couple of minutes, the last 4 tracks, and I also want to catch them up because those were absolutely fantastic tracks. So I basically left my favorites for the last part of the show, and it wasn't aired, or at least it wasn't saved. I don't know. You can't find it on Facebook anymore. I haven't actually streamed it over on Twitch yet because it was a very very tight schedule last week, and yeah, just basically this week it's a bit less, but still, you know, it's long days basically in the office, but yeah. That's not so important. Maybe first, so that more 3 people are in. Maybe I'll start with this new Tommy Trash track now. So basically, I heard the track for the first time, I believe a month ago already, and like a preview or so. And then I was wondering, or basically I was a bit excited because I said, wow, 2 or 3 weeks, and then it's coming out. Mauricio joined. Thank you so much. Feel free to like and share. And yeah, now the track is out. I got it even here in the extended mix. I.O. together with Tommy Trash featuring Daisy Godrich with Let Me Go. This is out on Mousetrap, as far as I'm concerned. Just let me quickly look that up. So actually, like I cannot actually pay for Spotify because I don't listen to it myself. So let me check. It's here. And actually, I'm so in love with this track. It has such a sick drop. So I'll add it to the playlist, and it will also drop into the comment section. Beautiful vocals, and also how it builds up. No, it does not have this Tommy Trash bassline we fell in love with, or at least I fell in love with, like 6 years ago already, 7 years ago, I can't even remember. Time passes by so quickly you don't actually even realize. Yeah, 6-7 years it must have been already. So yeah, and this track is absolutely fantastic. So definitely a recommendation from me. Beautiful. It's really a vocal you can sing to, but also, I don't know, just how the bass line and how the hi-hat kick, everything works so well together, tightly mixed. I would criticize a bit that it's only 30 seconds long, as always. It's basically standard already. You know, Bisicast is also a lot about repeating the same critique basically all the time. But I stay with this, you know? To me, a track should go at least for 5 minutes. At least, you know, take me on a journey and all that. So this is so important to me. That track does that. But in that case, it's the vocal, I guess, that really gets me. So I'm so happy that this finally is out and I can present it to you. And happy that Tommy Trash is back as well. So this is so important to me. Because I guess the other way, I saw an artist that I know for a very, very long time already. I guess it was a very generic track, but at least I hear from him something, you know, after all these years. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, vocals absolutely sick. Love how they fit with the synth in the background. Actually, it's very well mixed, well produced. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, Marco, once you're in, now it's your turn, I would say, because maybe this is probably the most exciting thing for me. Tell me the story. How did you come about with Leandro da Silva and all that? The track is called Roadrunner, and it's out this week on on SPRS, the sub-label by Spinnin', and tell me, please, how did you get along? Who had the idea? Who did what? The stage is yours in the comment section. Mr. Mark Ward on the commentary here. So I'm sure you play. To be honest, I'm sure you played this on the boat party, but I cannot remember which track it was, and because you were playing in the beginning, back when talking about this Criteria boat party back in Amsterdam during AVE in October, on our birthday, by the way, because Marco and me are sharing the same birthday, October 20th, and that's maybe why you get along so well with each other. Let me just check the the link first. So very interesting vocal chops. So I'm usually very careful with vocal chops because sometimes they can work, sometimes they don't. In that case, it's all right. Yeah. Oh, this is long. I gotta read this now while this is in the background because this is so interesting. So actually, Mark Wood made idea for that song in his home. It was 3 a.m. and he was watching cartoons on his TV, and then Roadrunner from Looney Tunes came in with that beep beep sound. I remember that one from my childhood. Yeah, absolutely. That's how the idea was born. After that, we went to a studio and made the whole arrangement. After listening to our final version, we thought we can improve it more by sending it to Leandro, where he added that the final touch with trumpets and arrangement improvements, and boom, Roadrunner was born. Wow, thank you so much, Marco. And you even did conducted an interview with Vololo Sound, the guys from Madrid. I also know Pablo, for example, one of the guys up there. So thank you so much for sharing this information. So really, getting the details here, and yeah, Roadrunner by the Looney Tunes. Wow, what a great idea to sample, basically. Beep beep. Yeah, I heard it here. Yeah. Wait, let me get once again. Meep meep. Exactly. That was that. Yeah. So flashback to my childhood because I was watching this on TV as well. I'm a kid of the 90s and the early 2000s. So absolutely. And Tony joined. Thank you so much. And yeah, feel free to like and share and comment if you enjoy what I'm doing. Yeah, and I love the piano melody breakdown, definitely. Yeah. And where do we have these vocal chops from? Are they also from Looney Tunes? This one in the drop? I'll be interested in this one. Did I share the link already? I guess I haven't. Sorry for that. Because I was basically reading your comment, and then I thought, okay, let me check if this is the correct one. So, Diddly Mark Word, together with Leandro da Silva, Roadrunner, out now on SPRS. Sub-label by Spinnin'. One of the better sub-labels, I would say, by Spinnin'. Because usually, the point is, unfortunately, with all this, that there's already too many sub-labels by Spinnin', and I really can't get along with those 30, 40, 50 releases every week by Spinnin' only. I gotta add to this. They made it with a sample of vocal chop and contact. Okay, yeah, very creative, absolutely, Mauricio. So thank you so much, Marco, for that interview, for these insights, and taking the time, because it's always, I know the producers are always up to some, always in the studio and really making up, and yeah, basically I haven't actually told that today we have actually a birthday kid, as we say in German, Geburtstagskind. And the guy who has his birthday today is Olindo, guy from Criteria Records. Basically, we can already say so. Happy birthday to you, Olindo. Hope that you're having a good one. And Missing Oxygen Records, absolutely. That was the shit in 2011 and 12. Oh yes, absolutely, Mauricio. That you still remember Oxygen Records. You look so young. I don't know, how old are you, Mauricio, if I may ask? Because I still remember it from back then. Oh, we have one guy tonight, basically, that we'll talk about. It's Paris Blom, and before Paris Blom, he had a different alias called Parasite or something like this, and he had a release on Oxygen Records. So it must have been 2011 or 2012, long time ago. Yeah, Nicola, the track by Tommy Trash is called Let Me Go. I already covered this in this episode, so if you maybe if I finish the show, you may also see all the other comments, and then it will be also also available there. So and then also I linked it to Spotify, and it will be also in my Spotify playlist afterwards that I'll share. 22, so that's I'm turning 27 this year. I'm old as fuck, I know. And you still remember Oxygen. It's 5 years difference. It's a lot, actually. Or maybe you started listening with 14 or something. But I started listening with 17, I guess. I don't know. But that you remember Oxygen Records. Wow. Shoutouts. Really. Respect. Okay, next up, I would say Fader X with Awakening. Another fantastic Fader X track. Of course, not really... you cannot compare it 100% to In My Head last year. That was in collaboration with Matt Nash. Was one of my favorites last year. I guess it was my number 5 or 6. Voices in my head. I still remember that very well. But yeah, this time it's Fader X with Awakening. And I believe after that we'll take a look on the Paris Blom track, and then we'll go to Sia. Yeah, it's absolutely sick, Nicola. I can only recommend. Yeah, absolutely. This new Tommy Trash track together with I.O. Wow, really. Out on Mousetrap. Absolutely sick. Great that he's back. I was missing him already. Yeah. I told you. Fader X Awakening. That is out, I believe, on the Artist label, from what I'm... No, sorry. No. I was wrong. It's out on Future House Music. I don't know the label owner, to be honest. I would have to do research that I don't have time for. By the way, I have a short delay today because I wanted to take a shave. Exactly! Yeah, I remember that as well. And he had also on a different... Sorry, I'm spitting, like for the second time already. Exactly, Mauricio. That was that on Oxygen? I can't remember that. I remember the track was called Stinger, I believe. I did a mashup back then. God, please don't make me remember these times. Sorry, but maybe it was on that. But I could be also wrong. Was that on? Was that? I believe there was on Oxygen. You were right. Yeah, exactly. Now I remember the covers, the old artworks for Oxygen. Yeah. I remember that! Oliver Heldens with Stinger, back then. Yeah, that's the label Future House Music. I already looked it up, because I'm sharing the link right now, but talking to 2 or 3 people at once is very tough. But I'm so happy that at least I got you guys, so that I'm not bored. So, absolutely. So the music is running, I still didn't have any... Luke joined Jose Miguel. Nice that you tuned in. Fader X with Awakening. By the way, once you are here, Marco, do you know the label owner of Future House Music? Because I would be interested who it is. Yeah. Onila was also a track, yeah. Absolutely. So it has, I believe, the very typical Fader X lead, like signature sound, lead sound, how you wanna describe it. Yeah, I love this uplifting kind of sound, and it's also neatly mixed. So for the fact that it's kind of loud, for my taste, it still mixes hit on a nail, basically, I would say. So, very nice. Okay, that was that. So thank you so much, Fader X, for this one. I would wish a bit more variety in their leads and everything. Maybe that was just a quick idea that they finished. The track goes for 4 minutes and it was released on Future House Music, so it's nothing really, not a very special release. I would say not something they really, care a lot about. At least it seems to me when they release it on a label like that. Yeah, but now we had maybe, you know what? I guess if you're still here, Mauricio, I think I have this track. I believe it was pronounced like this, but I'm not sure. It was spelled like this. Parasite. No, it was not like this. Okay, let me check because I'm so interested in this now. Now actually, did you said you're missing Oxygen Records? That means actually that we have to look up this track. Parasite. It was Parasite. I can't, to be honest, I cannot remember. Let me get this straight, because I can't remember. It was oh my goodness, that's so long ago. I believe I found the label, but I'm not sure whether this is this is the old label. Okay, because they had several labels. Look, it's so my goodness. This is so off everything, basically, that I'm not sure whether it was called Oxygen Recordings or Records. It's very tough to say. I mean, it depends on, like, it belongs to Spinnin', no doubt about it. That's not this one. Ingrooves, probably not Ingrooves. And it might be the older one. Because Mauricio, it's all your fault now that I have to look this up, because I'm so interested. I thought that I knew it, but actually I was wrong. Dazza had it released back then. I can't remember that anymore. I believe they stopped releasing stuff on this label. I believe that's my idea behind it. And look, it's not there anymore, because it's from 2010. It should be there somewhere. But I guess they took them. No, wait, maybe there. Wait, give me a second. Not this one. It must have been earlier. No, they crossed out some of the tracks of the catalog of Beatport. Okay, so I'll be finding that. Yeah, I know it's in recordings, but that doesn't help me because I have to look this up on Beatport, and I can't remember. Okay, I'll look it up afterwards, and then we'll talk about this. Or maybe I'll drop you a message. Let's head back to the presents, basically. Paris Blom and Nevlin featuring Romisa, however you pronounce him or her, Warriors. This is the new release by Paris Blom. Or Bloom, I don't even know how you pronounce it correctly. So sorry for any inconvenience there. Actually, I believe it's Blom. Why should it be Bloom? So, and I'll add this to the playlist as well. And song is here. And then I'll add it also here to the Facebook chat. So Sylvia is also in. Thank you so much for joining. So, can't wait to see you, Sylvia, in Liverpool again next week. Next week on Thursday, I'm leaving. Can't wait. So actually, I'm not sure whether they're gonna be Bisicast next week. So we're gonna see. I still need to check in the flights. I'll forget this, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, very nice vocals, but I enjoy the drop more. I love how he builds it up. I'm not sure whether the FXs are from a sample pack or not. They sound very neat. Andres also joined. The bass line, that's what I felt so in love with Paris Blom. So a huge flashback, basically, sound-wise. I love to listen out to all details. It's neatly mixed, absolutely cool. So cool. I like it a lot. Yeah. I really like the vocal. He builds it up again with snares. And now the mix comes in, or like the what's it called? Riser, yeah. I gotta play a bit of a producer now. I actually have to know all the names basically, but yeah. So absolutely sick. This track screams bassline. Maybe the lead could have been a bit cleaner. So the lead actually hides a bit in the bassline. At least it sounds to my ears like this. So when I'm listening to Paris Blom, I would still prefer tracks like Colors, Left Behind, and Demons. They were better, in my opinion. That's already a long time ago. That must have been at least 3 or 4 years ago. So Left Behind was one of my favorites back then, definitely. But yeah, very nice track. Great that he actually is back with a sound like this. I know it's not his first track over the last couple of months, but still one of the strongest ones. Now, finally, I am able to share this with you. So, I gotta be honest, I found the tracks already a couple of months ago, but I was not very keen on playing them because I said, well... So, it's about the first release by CYA on their new label Cyanide Records, and so the story is a very interesting one because the release was already announced. There was already a date. I believe it was in the beginning of September last year, and they withdraw the release a week before because they said, well, there's something bigger now or something like this, and now it turns out, at least for me, it's not as big as it would be half a year ago. So I was actually surprised a lot by this. So as you know, CYA was one of my favorite artists last year. So when they released their A Summer Story set and was re-listening to this with a clear mind, because when I heard it live at A Summer Story last year, it was, I believe, 5 a.m. in the morning, and I couldn't really actually grasp it, really, because I was so tired already. But it was definitely worth going there. And then actually, when I heard it on the plane back, I believe, from Madrid to Vienna, I started realizing how sick that set was. And one of the highlights of the set was definitely Regrets. And this is a part of the EP, of the 3-track EP that they released this week. Was it last week on Friday? Sorry, I can't remember properly. I believe it must have been Friday, yeah. Because I was actually sharing the announcement, the hopefully, I thought back then, final announcement around 2 weeks ago. And now it's out. So, CYA featuring Man Without Country, however he's called like this, is called Regrets. And this was one of my favorite. Yeah, sure, Mauricio. Just drop me a message or here in this chat. But I'll first, of course, cover the CYA release first. But yeah, definitely. If you have them on Spotify or a title, would also be very helpful. Oh, the track I'm talking about is called Meteor, I believe. I'll just quickly look it up and then I'll come back to this. Yeah. I was spelling it incorrectly. But I'll talk about this later. Now I want to focus on CYA and Regrets. So, CYA has a style that is so unique, I cannot even put it into words. So, it's very tough to describe. It's like progressive with a trance touch, but not as... It's like Above and Beyond, but the opposite. Because Above and Beyond is trance with a progressive touch, and Sia is like progressive with a trance touch. Very tough to say. A bit like I don't know, like melancholic trance. It's very tough to describe. I just love, you know, these happy melodies, the long build-ups, the beautiful vocals, the long drops. This drop goes for at least 45 seconds. And of course, drop the link, because this should be now also on Spotify as well. So in this track, they played after the what's it called? After their ID with Silence. This was my absolute favorite track of the whole set, and it's basically still my favorite ID. So yeah, definitely worth saying that. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. So they have like a unique mixing style, I would say, unique mastering style. Everything is very clear. So one of the producers is, I believe, 35 or 40 years old already, because I met him, and they're at the Summer Story. And then I started realizing how sick their music is. I mean, I loved already Mistakes. I loved their Make Love to the Bassline remix. Sorry, I'm spinning all the time. I'm so sorry, guys. I know that this is looking disgusting, but I cannot do much about it, to be honest. Because there's so much I want to say about this. Also, because I'm doing this Bisicast, I love talking, obviously. So tell me, what are your opinions about Sia, because I'm interested. Because now we had such a great discussion, now it kind of fell asleep a bit, I would say. Yeah. Look at these sounds. That's sick. These horns and everything is like kind of... They slow it down and break down. And, you know, they make space for these vocals. Take, you know, the time for a track to breathe. The track goes for almost 6 minutes. So I kind of feel like 2012, 13, 14 again. So yeah, absolutely sick. Augustine joined, thank you so much. Just in time for Sia featuring Man Without Country, Regrets. So sick. Yeah, I remember that Unipop said, yeah. But I'll talk with you about this in private, I guess. Because now I want to focus on Sia. This is very important to me, because I had almost a spiritual experience with Sia at the Summer Story. And I've heard to their set, I've been listening to this set like, I don't know, at least 20 or 30 times. From start to finish. And yeah, it's absolutely sick. So, yeah. So I'm so thankful that they finally released at least one track of this sick set. Of course, some tracks were already released, like their remixes for Highly Sedated that were released on Cyanide Records, and also some others. So the track that I put into my year mix last year, or basically in December, was their Love You Feel remix. The original is by Grum, and I was, you know, actually it was already released in 2017, but I thought, well, it's like the perfect track to kind of describe their sound. That's why I chose it. So, and you know, it's often like this that you know, a producer, or actually a duo in that case, made so many standout tracks that I cannot really like select them all. I want to condense them into one. The same happened, for example, with Camel Fat. So with Camel Fat, I had a lot of tracks to choose from. Panic Room. We had the Right Here, Right Now remix, but I decided to go with Brief because it flashed me the most. So yeah, the same goes basically with Sia. So yeah, absolutely fantastic track, and yeah, definitely worth to touch on that. So the other tracks that I'll play you from this EP now are called Day, Break, and Unity. And these tracks were not played in the live set. So this was basically new material for me. I just wanted to quickly look up which one is first. First is Daybreak. Okay, so we're gonna start with Daybreak. And these are a bit darker, a bit deeper, so than the usual sound. I mean, it's not like that they didn't play or haven't played any of these tracks. There was this one I did with the Underground during a summer story. That was also very dark, very rough, but still you could hear that Sia signature sound. I don't know how they did that. So the set was so neat, you know, that everything fit together, you know, from dark to happy to melancholic, everything was involved. So, and that's why why I want to touch so much on Sia, because these guys are absolutely crazy. Like, they touch my heart. Like, I believe the last time someone did that was Kreider in his beginnings. And with beginnings, I talk about Aphrodite, 2013, 6 years ago almost. So the last time I felt that was 6 years ago. When we actually take 1 year away, 5 years ago. So that's a long, long time. I mean, there were, of course, some other artists that I liked a lot, that also flashed me a lot, like Will Kane, the beginnings as well. That was, I believe, in 2014-15, around that time. So that was, yet again, 3 years ago. So I haven't actually, it's like, I don't know, not having sex for 3 years. You can imagine that. So, okay, that was a bad comparison. I know, I'm very sexistic. Actually, I apologize for that. But so that you can put it in perspective. So like the pure joy that I had during their set, although it was so late, you know, it's something I cannot describe in words. So that's why it's so important to stress that out for me, because they did so much for me last year that I definitely wanted to share this with you. So, this is their track called Daybreak, and wait, can I? Oh, I can check them. Nice. So, who liked me there? Confess you like. Gerard. Okay, thank you so much. So, and Barbara also joined over on Insta. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. Even there, I can still feel the Sia vibe. Oh, it's very dark, very deep, basically. So it's still so amazingly well mixed, and simply, you know, kind of, I don't know, it's like, it moves me a lot. And you know my I wanted to say, the kind of feeling, or I don't know, my opinion about deep house. Is actually that I'm very, I don't know how to phrase this. Like, I'm not the greatest fan of deep house and techno in general, but with their sound, it simply takes me like kind of to a different world. So I'm really feeling like Nicky Romero in the beginning, Bystone at the beginning, Kreider at the beginning, Tom Starr as well. I mean, Tom Starr is still a staple. Like, this guy is still like how he produced like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, he's still producing now. Of course, better, I would say, but like on roughly the same high level. Kreider almost as well, I believe. Of course, Bystone changed their sound, Nicky Romero changed his sound. Of course, I won't talk about Avicii here because that's not the right place for it. I'm still missing him, all I can tell you. Like, probably everybody else. This is such drama. Drama is really the wrong word. Like in German, but like in English it would be tragedy. Huge tragedy, huge loss for all of us. Basically, his father actually took the prize for his probably lifetime achievement posthum after his death at the Swedish Grammy Awards. Well, the Grammy Awards were, I believe, 2 days ago. Lots and loads of women won there. I believe the best rap album won Cardi B. Mach's einen auf Cardi B, mach mal lieber Cardio. That was reminds me of this one line by a German rapper. So I should rather not be listening to Cardi B, I should rather do cardio. Nice. So sick. I love this one. And obviously, okay, no, I'm not showing this now. I'm not showing my belly now. I am too good, basically. I'm saying. Is there an English word for Wohlstandsplauze? It's like kind of a that describes the belly if you're doing too good. So you are too lazy to do any sports. Let me get this up. There was something else. Lever. Okay. This is something else. No, this is not the second. No. Okay. An absolutely wonderful track. Yeah, Gerard, absolutely. They are. Oh, there we go. Google already knows what I want. Wohlstandsbau. Okay, that could work. So there's a spare tire. Okay. So in English it's called I got a spare tire. Maybe not a huge one, but it's still a visible one, I would say. Yeah. So you could hear this deep sound. Also now in the outro, it's coming through. It's absolutely sick. So I've been listening to it a couple of times already, and I'm so surprised by their sound. So it's so unique, and I can't wait for more and more ideas to be released of their set. And this, coming up is Unity, the third and last track of their EP. And this whole bundle comes together with a mix on 1001 track list. I haven't heard it yet, to be honest, because I was a bit busy over the last couple of days, yesterday and today. But I will. I will share the link. But first, Unity. So let me get this straight. This is so stressful, but why am I doing this? I'm doing this all for you, not for me. Always remember that. When I'm stressed in the Bisicast, I'm doing this all for you. So that you have a better overview of the tracks. Unity is the next one. So, I'll hit this comment. So let's hit stop there. First, drops at 1 minute. Many tracks in our genre. Sick! Oh my god. How the hi-hat goes, left and right. At least for me, yeah. This is progressive at its finest, ladies and gents. Give me that! Yes. This is almost Eric Fritz level. Production-wise, insane. Thank you so much, guys. I believe this is my favorite one. Regrets? I mean, I still love it, but this one, my goodness, that's even better. It's for me. So yeah, I'm so actually a bit surprised so little people joined, but yeah, tell me what you think about this track. Those people that are still in. I love it so much. Wow. That's why, you know, why I love so much about the Bisicast, because I can really show this to you, so that you can actually, you know, re-listen to this. Wow, check this sound. Now it's coming. Mow, 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 mow. Mow, mow, mow. Mow, 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 mow. That reminds me of a certain track. I don't know which one anymore. Wow. Absolutely sick. Wow. Absolutely sick. Yeah, I'm always here. Absolutely. This is so big. I'm so in love. Wow. It's like Make Love to the Bassline. Very similar. Like from the feeling. Look who joined us from down under, Mr. Satori. Thank you so much. Just in time for the new CYA release called Unity. Two guys from Spain. That also releases on size with mistakes. And there are many, many releases by Highly Sedated. This one reminds me actually of one. It was called Make Love, I believe, by Highly Sedated. absolutely sick. Thank you so much. Once again, breakfast TV for you guys. What time is it there? 9 hours to the front? 6:38, right? In Sydney, when I counted it correctly. Nothing better than waking up with fat beats. And they're absolutely fat. No doubt about it. Wow. This is so sick. Wow. So I hope that I can meet them again. And I'm not sure whether I'm heading to Summer Story next summer or not. I haven't decided yet. I was already 3 times, I believe. So it would have been my 4th year. Wow. Time passes by, guys. It's insane. I mean, it's a fantastic festival. Also this year, Carl Cox is announced. Third Party is announced. So, yeah, loads and loads of great guys. And I believe Third Party, even with their live concept that I'm going to see live, actually for the first time, the premiere in Liverpool. Actually, I hope they are. Bruno, nice that you joined. Thank you so much. Actually, this is no joke. They are playing at Frequency Festival in St. Pölten, which is 60 or 70 something kilometers away from Vienna, basically next to it. By train, you are there in 45 minutes. Not even, I believe, 35 minutes. I'm not sure. So they are very, very close to Vienna. I hope that Vienna is ready for Swedish House Mafia. I will try to see them again when I get a single day ticket for Frequency Festival, because the festival ticket is 150 euros or more, I can't remember, and it's not worth it. I'm honest, it's not worth it. I tell you that. I'm surprised that they play. This is a huge surprise. Okay. I will see what I can do. But yeah, thank you so much. I want to really say, Sia, wow. Wow, I hope that you never stop flashing me with your amazing music. Prog with a touch of trance, but still prog, and even a bit into the direction of Eric Prydz. Wow, absolutely sick. And now, I have more tracks to show you. At least I hope. Yeah, there they are. First I have shout out Source de Mara and Cruci. They have a new release on, so basically they brought out a new remix by the originals by Dada Life, and it's called Falling Backwards in Time. And I hope it's available on Beatport, because I wasn't actually sure. So I definitely want to go this first, Falling Backwards in Time. What the hell? Falling Backwards in Time. And there we go. But I'm not sure whether this one is already on. No, it's not. Because they released an album. Backwards in Time. And this is the also the Mara. Yeah. Oh, it's even on. Look, it is on Spotify, but it's not on SoundCloud. This is surprising. This is very strange. But I'm happy that I can share this with you. Time. There's kind of an acid bass line. I haven't heard this in a while, this sound, so I'm actually very happy. I guess I have this one already. And absolutely sick track. So, there we go. So, sorry guys. It reminds me of a track that I heard once on Criteria, but I forgot which one. It sounded kind of similar. But I still like this one. Wait, Blockman, I will check this after this track. Okay, attack to the guys there. So thank you so much for providing this one. Where would I be without you? Yeah, both guys absolutely sick. Cruzy especially. This guy's really like one of the most humble guys in the scene. Really, so I'm such a huge fan of Cruzy. Also like his personality. And you didn't see him spin underground, guys. I was going nuts. He was there on these turntables, going like this, you know. Sick. He's feeling the music. Like these guys are golden. Like when you see that somebody else is feeling the music. Sorry, this is just sexy. No homo. That was such a bad joke. No homo for no. But you know what I mean. Like sex is maybe the wrong term, maybe for ladies. But no, it's you know. It's just great when you share the same passion, and you can really feel this with Cruzy, and especially that's why I'm so happy to meet all of you all over Europe, because you can really see the people behind it and the passion, the true passion behind it, and that's why I'm so happy to meet you, and that's why I'm heading to Liverpool, to Stockholm, to meet you guys, to get in touch with you. This is so important that we meet each other outside the social media world. That is so fake, and yeah, and especially Facebook now. Facebook is going down now after all this. I'm sorry for that, and I'm sorry, and Senator, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, Zuckerberg is. But actually, I'm not the one to critique too much Facebook, because this medium, yeah, I believe, actually helped me a lot as well, and many of you definitely as well. So yeah, so very nice and. Again, a very neat mix, maybe a bit short, but maybe they didn't have more material and wanted to do something more concise, but yeah, it's still very cool. So absolutely, I'm very thankful for this. And yeah, what else do we have? Yeah, I have the tracks I wanted to show you from last week. But I want to play one more track that I received by, I believe I received this as a spam mail, believe it or not. And but I want to play this because I liked it. So sometimes even spam can be good. That's why I'm actually listening to all this. Maybe not all of this, but some. And this one sounded very interesting. It's called "Lifting Me Up" and it's by Sam Galifianak. I haven't heard of this guy. Yet, but I'm interested in what he will show us in the future. And let me just show whether it's already out or not. But it was nothing written in the email that I'm not supposed to show this or whatever. So let me check if this is on Spotify already. Because actually I don't know, to be honest. Let me check. Yeah, it is on Spotify. It's out on Day Dose of House. It's called Lifting Me Up. So thank you so much, guys, for providing this. It sounds a bit like Future House, I would say, but still, but actually not too much. So actually, it's still very enjoyable, at least to my ears. So I added this to my playlist. You can check it out afterwards. I'll drop the link here as well. Yeah, I love how this drops as well. And beautiful vocal as well. So Sam Galifianak, wherever you are, thank you so much, or his label, for dropping this. I guess I can't find him for now, but maybe later. I haven't had time yet to kind of really look it properly up. But yeah, sometimes even Future can sound very well. So just about the right mix. Maybe some vocals. So yeah, very nice. Let me check which tracks I didn't play last week on the mix. I guess I played only one. Two maybe. I played two. Because the other ones were not as, maybe three. Because the last track I played you last week was Shine by Will K and Fader X. And after that, the stream got cut off. And it's gone forever. I cannot even kind of get it back or something. Or it wasn't backed up anywhere. so that's why I was kind of surprised it was gone then. So I definitely want to show you 2 tracks, but first I would say I will go to first maybe thanks Sam Galifianakis for this one, Lifting Me Up, and I already linked it there. I have give me a second. Yeah, I received the track. And I want to do this first. So let me just give me a second. I don't see anything. Okay, I guess I will go by ID for now, because I'm not sure whether the one who sent me this wants to hear this or not. Oh, the version number is very interesting. So yeah, let's give it ID for now. Okay, so this is very exciting. Always to hear something new. Okay. So, I don't know nothing about the track, so I only know the length. A second, yeah. I guess we can say the length. It's over 5 minutes. And we can hear already a very long intro. And very nice break here. With those strings and those piano chords. I guess I heard it already, I believe. I'm not sure. But let's give it a chance. You know, this one. Yeah, it's very enjoyable. Reminds me a bit of Matis and Satko in their older days, maybe Martin Garrix as well. Yeah, but it's very enjoyable, I like it. Also mixing wise, yeah, I mean it's very tough off SoundCloud. So, you know, be very thankful. I mean this one, because I know you for a longer time already. It's always better to, you know, because with SoundCloud and their compression algorithm, it's a thing, you know, always not very 100% sure whether, you know, the quality is getting worse or not. Maybe the difference can be large, can be not as large, but you know, I prefer to have like the track as WAV or MP3. Kind of, you know, have an idea. Now it builds up again. Would be great for vocal track, definitely. Wow, I like the melody here. Beautiful. Yeah, wonderful. For me, you could release it like this. I wouldn't have an idea how to improve this. I like the bass line that I hear very often in tracks like these. Oh, the drum work is also there, very nice. And I believe 45-second drop, it's so cool. Very rare nowadays. I like how you actually try to finish this now and then go into the outro. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So thank you so much for sharing this with us. ID for now. But yeah. Hope for release soon, because this one sounded very neat. So absolutely great. So, and I believe I believe I will play 3 more tracks, I guess, that I plan. Maybe 4. Maybe 4. I don't know how many tracks I will still want to play. I'll definitely play the one that I missed from last week. That were absolutely sick. Just give me a second. Which one they were? What was that? It was which track was it? This one, and maybe this one was nice as well. Yeah, I want to play definitely this one called Why. by Quentin and Antoine Larsen. I played this already last week, and you can also find it in my, by the way, by Insta. I'll be back in a second. Hopefully. Sean joined, thank you so much. And yeah, Quentin and Antoine Larsen with Why. Yeah. Just give me a second till I can finish that. So I'm gonna try to put it back in again. I have 5 minutes left. This is actually little. Yeah. Okay. But I'll answer that in a bit. So I played this already last week. Max with IDs. Well, if people send me stuff and they are not, and they don't want to be exposed for now, I call this an ID because I respect the artist. He also knows that I also know that he respects me. So it goes both directions, Mauricio. This one on Discovery, I'm not sure. I guess yes. It's absolutely sick. I love that Quentin is back. Quentin from back then, Mark Wold and Quentin State. I met the guys during Protocol Radio Party, I believe. Protocol Records ADE Party 2 years ago. Because not like 1.5 years ago, because half a year ago I was at X-Tone. Actually DOD, I guess. Also like this, why am I doing this part there? This one is, I believe, better than the other one. The other one was a bit more generic. So, and I definitely add this to the playlist again because I played... Why am I spitting so much, guys? I'm so sorry. Yeah, this one was out where? Give me a second. On the Root Records, it's called. So I believe maybe it's a subsidiary of Discovery. I'm not sure. This one is definitely a nice one. No, it's actually Quentin's track. Maybe they are similar, Hoffman, I'm not sure. And the other one is actually would be a great track to finish, but I'll finish with a classic. And with a story for this. So I believe 2 more tracks and then I'll call it a day. Very nice one. I love actually how well mixed it is. Very well balanced. Love this kind of FX in the background and its melodies. Na na da na da 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 da. Very neat mix. Absolutely cool. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a nice track. Also, nice for playing out in the club as well. That could work very well. And actually my favorite one, I wanted to play at the end because it worked so well last week and then it wasn't even recorded or wasn't streamed. It's called Together and it's by Arno Cost and Norman Doré and Filter House, all written all over. It's so great that this kind of style is back again for release. I mean, and nothing better than 2 Frenchmen to produce it, right? So... Arno Cost Norman Doré, the last one, I believe, was that Night Venture? No, that was with Arno Cost and somebody else. I might be wrong. Or was it Apocalypse? I'm not sure, actually. No, I guess Night Venture was with Greg Cerrone. Yes. Was that? Arno Cost. Strong was Strong. That was what I was talking about. Arno Cost Norman Doré was Strong. And they are back, Mauricio. Exactly. Absolutely. And Apocalypse was before that. And Night Venture was with Greg Cerrone indeed. Yeah. A fantastic bootleg by Kryder with Teenage Crime. Absolutely. But this is a different story. Together. Arno Cost and Norman Doré. Wow. Just give me a second. I need to focus on the drop now because it's so wonderful. And the mix. Wow. Guys. Absolutely sick. And once again. Yes. So in love with this. Oh my god. House music. And actually, Together is such a great title. Anna calls Together. This feeling forever. And I love these vocals. Oh my god, they fit so well. Wait, give me a second. Forever. So, wait, I need to act them because they need to see my joy. So thank you guys so much that you are back. More, please, of that. More. It's actually you don't realize how much you miss the style once you hear a track of this again. So absolutely sick, and I'm so happy that I can play it to you again after it wasn't actually recorded. That was one of my favorite tracks over the last weeks, for sure. Especially this. Reminds me of Safe and Sound. This one track was called. I believe it's very similar. Maybe it's from the same sample pack, who knows? Who's this track by? I forgot it. Capital Cities. Oh, I wouldn't have known that. And once again, the last drop. And once again, the double bass. The very with this is such a small detail, but so great. You know, so well done. Look who's watching. Corey Rutherford. Such an honor. Thank you so much that you joined. By the way, once you're in, I hope that you're still in, Corey. Could you please send me your One Nation remix in the extended mix, because I can't find it anywhere. I would be very thankful. Maybe you can hit up like on Facebook Direct or like you know, Messenger. I would be very thankful. Yeah, and the last track I'm playing tonight is actually a bootleg. Not a new one, a very old one, probably one of the most iconic bootlegs we have in our scene, especially for us Swedish House Mafia fans. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful. Great, Corey. Actually, I wanted to listen to it on SoundCloud, but it wasn't available. You know, probably all this label stuff and all that, and they didn't clear the rights or whatever for SoundCloud. Yeah, SoundCloud is not. Anyway, but I would be very thankful if you could send it. Thank you. So the last track of tonight is an iconic, probably the most iconic bootleg. Why? Why am I playing this? So. Someone requested it on a WhatsApp group this week or last was it like during the weekend? I can't remember. Yes, Maurice, indeed, Corey is in. I'm so thankful that he's in. Also like one of the most humble guys in the scene, absolutely. And so someone needed this track as an MP3 file in a high quality, but you know, it's tough to find because the track is very old already. It's over 10 years old, I believe now, and it's not easy to find in 320k because there was the beginnings of MP3s, so to play it. Thank you so much, Corey. I love your music as well, so it's always, you know, like the one gave it, the other one gives, you know, and it's like kind of a exchange happening there. And I'm so happy that we know each other so well, actually, over the past years. I also had the chance to meet Corey's parents. They're also very humble and tough to understand with the, how to say this, dialect is the wrong word, I don't know, but you guys from up north are tough to understand for us that learned English as a foreign language, I would say. So when I'm talking, I don't know if you know Henry Carlin, I guess you know. My goodness, I have often to like ask a second time if you could please slow down, because it's both fast and like kind of, I don't know, not really opening his mouth, and I really can't understand it. He's like, I don't know, like spitting or whatever. I don't know, like it's very tough. So especially Northern Ireland is tough. So yeah, but you know, that's just, you know, it's just a matter of time to get used to it and all that. But yeah, the last track of tonight, because the show is starting, actually, I guess it's already started, but I want to play this because I have such a fun story. So this guy knows this DJ that wanted to play this at a gig, you know, in a club. And so and he asked, does somebody have this track in 320k MP3? And nobody had it. I believe I had it only in 192 because it's so old, and that was like actually the best copy I could find, because there are several versions as well. So the track I'm talking about, long story short, Steve Angelo and Laidback Luke versus Robin S. B versus Show Me Love, the Hardwell bootleg mix. I wrote here down, it's from 2008, and I believe it's a perfect track to finish it off. So Hardwell had the idea, and I believe there was an interview with him that he actually released it as soon as he was released, and he actually kind of adjusted certain stuff on this track. And Steve Angelo and Luke loved the idea so much that they made their own version back then. So the same was with Seek Bromance, maybe you remember. So there was this track Bromance, and there was this vocal by Amanda, I can't remember the last name, sorry. Amanda something, called Seek Love, something like this. And they made out of the Seek Bromance, because DJ started to play Bromance with this Seek Love or whatever, a cappella. And in the beginning, Avicii was not very happy with this, but I guess his manager was. And then they arranged, you know, Amanda to sing on the vocal. So they did a new recording for Seek Bromance, and that's how Seek Bromance came together. And the same idea was probably here with this one, B versus Show Me Love. So shoutouts to, I can say now, Marcel for this flashback, basically. And I believe this version is not on Spotify, but the original version is there. Like the kind of remake, re-recording, however you want to say this. And I will add this one. And there's even the extended mix here. There's the Sunrise remix by Hardwell. But I'm actually talking about this one. Yeah, it's such a sick one. Now add the extended mix to the the original, not this bootleg, because the bootleg is not available. Because as per definitionem, it's a bootleg. And this is the perfect ending. And what I can also recommend you, I'll add this maybe before that, is the original. The original I won't play anymore, but the original is also sick as well. Maybe I'll add this to the playlist as well. Wait, I'm just gonna maybe erase this. First, what's the playlist in canon? And first I will show you B, and then Show Me Love. It's probably the best one. B instrumental, this is also sick. So, this is the first one, and then Show Me Love. Because basically it's based off B, so it's just a different key and everything, but yeah, it's like a perfect ending. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining Corey, who was in, and thanks to the one guy from Gemelini, Andrea, I guess. And yeah, this is probably the best ending that I could imagine. So let me check if I received this, because I'm not sure. Maybe I'll play this on the next show. Wait, give me a second. Oh, I didn't receive it yet. Okay. Maybe I'll take some time. On the line. And everybody should know this one, I'm sure. Understand. Actually, I know, first time I heard the track as a cover. So like this kind of version by, I guess they called back then Michael Mind, I guess. You've got to show me love. Okay guys, thank you so much. I'll just drop quickly the link. Actually, I played the bootleg, but I'm gonna drop you the link to Show Me Love, so the original. It was called different back then. But never mind, I'll just add this one so you have it there. Okay, so I'll drop the Spotify playlist like around the next hour or so, or 2 hours, hoping before midnight, like my time here. Yeah. Absolutely, I love the ending as well, so it's so sick. It's such a beautiful ending. So give me just a second. But actually, sorry guys, I have to finish the broadcast now because actually I want to see my show. Don't want to miss too much of it. So thank you guys so much. I hope that I'll be able to do a Bisicast before I leave for Liverpool. I'm leaving on Thursday next week. So, and I can't wait, of course, to meet Third Party again. Maybe one last thing before I have it next to me and I can't show you. I'm showing you this now at the end. I won a t-shirt on a contest by them. Third Party Live. I was there last year, and this year I'm so happy to be back. Also, it's written down there. 21st of April 2018. There was one day after Avicii died, unfortunately. But yeah, couldn't change it anything. So yeah. It was actually very tragic, but yeah, the show was amazing. And I'm so happy to be back. And yeah, and I hope to see you next week. I can't promise anything, but I hope I will. And yeah, I wish you all a great week. And after that, a great weekend, of course. And yeah, hope to see you on the next Bisicast. Thank you, and bye.